Hey, how's it going, guys? Just wanted to do another video on something else that I mentioned on my previous one. This is gonna be kind of like a series of my my birthday sirens that I've kind of gotten in my collection now. This one was actually a gift. This is from my wife, who actually got me this. And as you can see from here, I have a Sentry F2. Now I'm going to be referring to it as a Sentry F2 throughout the video. However, technically it's not. It's technically a Faraday, which I'll show you. I'll show you later on. But this is basically just a rebranded Sentry F2. It has all the same guts, same kind of motor stand, really the same everything as a Sentry. She had purchased this off of eBay, which I'm very glad she was able to get it. But yeah, it is my first Sentry siren, and it is very, very cool. Here we are, kind of looking down inside the actual rotor and stator. It does have 4 little vanes that are actually on the rotor itself, but it is an 8-port rotor, and there's the 8-port stator. It's probably not going to line up too well because of where the sun is kind of at right now. But that's looking down inside, and there's the stator ports. There's a little bit of corrosion, a little bit of the paint coming off, but the whole thing is aluminum, which I didn't know that. Again, this is my first Sentry, so I really didn't know kind of what I was going to be getting into. But it is also just in general, just a very, very light siren. It doesn't weigh a lot. That's also mainly because I'm kind of used to the Federal stuff when they got like big cast iron bases on them, so that's kind of, I don't know, kind of its own little thing. But it is very, very cool. I think wherever it was placed, I think it was placed probably near some kind of kitchen exhaust, because the intake screen is full of grease, and there's quite a significant buildup of grease on the vanes of the impeller, or the rotor, I should say. But there it is. The paint on its good side is in very, very good shape, though. Surprisingly, it looks really good. Again, I don't know where this was or where this came from, but it does work. I'll show you that later on in the video. And then there is, looking at the tag, so you can see it says Faraday Incorporated. Faraday is really just a company that pretty much just rebrand a whole bunch of stuff. They have a whole bunch of Federal stuff that's rebranded underneath their name too. Like, I've got some of their I have one of basically a Federal 350 electromechanical horn that is also labeled Faraday, but it's a Federal. It's all got the same exact components and same exact layout as a Federal. And I mean, it uses Federal casting. I think even one of the pieces has Federal on it. But this is basically just, again, this is just a sticker they put on top. But its category number, I guess, is 155. So I guess this is technically a Faraday 155, even though I'm not going to go off of what the rebrand is. It's a Sentry. And then 110 volts, obviously, and then the amps you really can't see. I think it says 2 though, so I think it's 2 amps. But that's really all it's going for. It's a really, really cool siren. I think in this video I'm going to set it off really close so you guys can kind of get a look of get an idea what it sounds like, and then I'm also probably going to actually place the camera in my usual test location, which is right there on top of that hill. That's where I filmed the Chrysler video. And I'm just going to put it up there, or probably behind the hill, so you can actually hear kind of what it sounds like as it echoes across the park. Keep in mind, you probably will hear a little bit of the road noise because Main Street's right there, and they're doing some construction over here, so you might hear some of that. But I'm going to try to make sure I can catch pretty much just the siren itself. I might even do a couple different distances so you guys can kind of get an ambience of what it sounds like, because I do know that this area likes to echo quite a bit because of the brick buildings. All right, so let's go ahead and give it a test. Now this cord is a little short, so I'm going to kind of have to probably hold it up, which is going to be a little awkward to try to get on camera, but we'll try it. right, here we go. Oh, I gotta reach way up there to actually set it off. Wow. I even put earplugs in and it's still really, really loud. All right, so now at this point, I think we'll go ahead and place the camera a little far away and we'll go ahead and get to see what it sounds like. All right, so there is the spot I'm gonna test at. I'm gonna also have the rear facing shotgun mic on right now so I can actually have it facing away from the siren, so it'll basically be picking up only reflected sounds. But yeah, I think that just about does it for this video. It's getting a little windy out here, and luckily I had my my windsock for the microphone, but not windsock, my dead cat, so it quiets down a bit. But I think that's pretty much gonna be about it. So let's go ahead and get on back home and continue on with getting the stream ready to go, because I'm gonna be doing that today.